Cherish your lives. Keep away from the traps. Hello everyone. Welcome to IQ404 Studio. In last video, I talked about I've registered as a seller on Temu and read many unfair terms in the contracts, especially about the unreasonable fines. But if the profit of each order is high enough and the fine takes very few portion in general, the business on Temu will be still feasible. So the next question is, will sellers get enough profit from the orders of Temu? In order to check the answer of this question, I searched for a lot of videos and threads about the views left by former and present Temu sellers in internet. Finally, the answer was, if you are still dreaming of being rich by selling on Temu, congratulations. Temu will give you a big slag to wake you up. So what kinds of traps will Temu sellers encounter next? The following are summarized from Temu sellers' statement. After Temu sellers' items passed verification, in order to make sure fastest shipping, Temu doesn't allow Temu sellers to drop ship their items. Temu sellers should wholesale a batch of verified items to stock in Temu's warehouse. The number of items in stock will correspond to sales volume estimated by Temu sellers themselves. It greatly increases the Temu sellers' risk. In another hand, once the items are stocked in Temu's warehouse, all the right of pricing will be under Temu's control. Price is always the key in business, but Temu sellers even have no right to price their items at all. Temu seizes the right of pricing and tries its best to turn down the retail prices. The lower the better. Temu operation team will search for and compare the prices of the same item in internet to get the lowest price. The price of an item on Temu is even required to be lower than the same one on PDD, sold domestically in China. Meanwhile, Temu operation team will adjust the price from time to time to assure the lowest price of the same item sold on Temu. When Temu's list price is equal with Temu sellers' cost, Temu sellers will. But when Temu's list price is even lower than Temu sellers' cost, Temu sellers will. If Temu sellers don't accept Temu's unreasonably low retail prices, Temu won't list their items on the homepage to get high traffic. That's why consumers are able to buy the same item on Temu with an abnormally lower price and faster shipping. Under the most circumstance, the more orders on Temu, the more Temu sellers will lose, let alone the unreasonable fines to sellers. Receiving payment on time is also a key in business. But as Temu sellers said, the period of receiving payment on Temu wasn't fixed. It probably caused Temu sellers' capital chain to be fractured. And if Temu delivers the detained items from Temu's warehouse to Temu sellers, only the way of COD will be available. Some Temu sellers even complain Temu delivered their items back to them in many times, which will incur much more delivery fee. Okay. At this time, Temu sellers must be completely disappointed at Temu. Of course they will ask Temu to refund their deposit. But Temu sellers said Temu doesn't have any entry of applying for deposit refund at present. No wonder Temu was considered as a Somali e-commerce platform by Chinese merchants. After referencing the views of selling on Temu in internet, I stopped proceeding with the business on Temu. Luckily, I even didn't pay 1,000 yuan deposit to Temu. Thanks for the merchants entrapped by Temu sharing their bitter experience. But do you know why Temu entraps Chinese merchants? I'll give some personal views, as well as some information collected from internet to analyze in the next video. All the viewpoints in this video are for reference only. If you are interested in, kindly click like and subscribe. Thank you for your support. See you in next video.